Among Us. By now, everyone knows what this game is. It killed Fall Guys and swamped the internet by force. It has already been around for 2 years beforehand, and very few games have made a comeback that rapidly. In the middle of July, the game soared from thousands to hundreds of thousands of players each day. The developers canceled the sequel due to its extreme popularity, but the trends show that Among Us is slowly being pushed out the airlock. Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to finally talk about Among Us, the problems I believe are leading to its continual loss of players, and what the small band of developers can do to continue their lifespan. If you do enjoy this video, hit the like button and subscribe if you are new. Here's a graph because apparently it helps, so let's get into it. The concept is quite simple. Crewmates run around the map completing tasks and repairing systems that malfunction. Imposters are among the crewmates, trying to either kill enough people or sabotage the system for enough time to kill all the innocent members. Crewmates have the option to vote out people to find the imposter after finding a body or calling for an emergency meeting. Settings can change the number of imposters, player speed, tasks, meetings, and how easily someone can prove that they are innocent. People could create their own games, join locally, or hop into a multiplayer. There are currently 3 different maps. That, in combination with the rest of the options, creates thousands of new situations for imposters and crewmates. Players can also change their hat and clothing to create the bean-shaped astronaut that they want to play. Even with many options of customization, the game after a couple months has begun to get stale. The tasks became a cycle of memorization, games were more serious as people improved, and the fun started to dip. It clearly wasn't just me and my group of friends, since the player base has continued to drop steadily. In the first few days of December, the game could barely reach 150,000 people, about 1/3 of the highest number of players that it ever had. The reason? It's the same for every popular game. It gets boring. The repetitive pattern of tasks, imposter routes, the meetings, they eventually all feel the same. Tons of top YouTube creators and streamers began to play together daily, which still happens now, but the sheer amount of people has greatly decreased. I mentioned this in the Minecraft Nether update video, but even a game that has infinite possibilities can get stale. Every game will hit this state of recession unless they don't refuse to evolve. For people to stay with the game, it needs to provide new content without destroying the aspects that made it popular in the first place. A fine example of this is once again Minecraft. The original game gave players an interesting, randomly generated world with animals, enemies, and many resources to build with or upgrade their arsenal. In each update, Mojang and now Microsoft added more items, mobs, and biomes to the game. It is much different than what it once was, but the core concept still stands central to Minecraft. The responsibility put onto Microsoft was immense due to the general love of the game, and they found the right strategy to keep us coming back. They released a new update, let people play it and explore each aspect, and before we lost enough interest, they gave players a glimpse at what was coming next to keep them excited. I will once again mention Fortnite, which also did the same thing. Each season granted a new battle pass, challenges, map changes, and a story for every type of player they had to enjoy. At the end of the season, they would normally have an event to attract a ton of people to watch and get hyped for the new season. These examples are from separate genre, but the technique can be applied universally. Among Us, a game built on creating new and interesting situations for players, has the foundation to take the game so much further. The most time-consuming, but probably most effective addition to the game would be a 4th map. Players have gotten used to the layouts of the first 3, and with the 4th, it could revitalize some of the oblivious nature that players have while jumping in to the game at first. With the new map, of course, comes a need for new tasks. Polis, Mirror, and Skeld share a couple notable tasks with each other that will most likely carry over into the new one. The new map provides a great opportunity for both roles. Based on the theme they will go with, there can be many new tasks to spice up the gameplay for the crewmates. The developers can also add new sabotage variations and transportation for sneaky imposters. Moving or adding vent locations and inserting new tasks can also give the original 3 maps some fresh appeal. Another game changer would be countless game modes that remove players from the standard pattern of the game. All over YouTube, people are modifying and creating unique variations to what we normally see. From teleporting, switching colors, to random tasks, they give us a glimpse to what Among Us could become. A prime example is the YouTuber Bak Bak, who recently has his videos surrounding the constantly evolving concept. One interesting idea was to add another role into the game. In his case, this was the vigilante. The player could kill just like an imposter, but if they killed a crewmate by mistake, they would be killed as well. Other rules could affect certain areas that the crewmate can visit and what they are allowed to do. Another avenue that can root Among Us in the spotlight for a long time. Will Among Us be the next big game to die? Well, maybe, but it still has an opportunity to turn that around. I know that the developers have possibly been working on a new map, which would be a step in the right direction. Until then, we can only guess how the coming updates will impact the game. So far, we only have received edits to the code system of how to get into games and the ability to change the taskbar to the host's liking. Among Us has a lot of promise, and hopefully Inner Sloth will deliver. Minecraft made a revival, so Among Us can too. Well guys, that's gonna do it for the video. I'll link Bak Bak in the description if you want to check out some of his content. He is way bigger than me, but if you did enjoy, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I have a couple more good videos coming out this holiday season, so stay tuned for those. My content will be more focused on commentary, because I want to wait until my setup improves to restart gaming and finally create the sequel to joining Random Kahoot games. Happy holidays, and see you guys next time!